Okay, so this definitely is a bug. This oil sludge pyrolysis plant, I actually had it sitting over here next to this guy who claims he doesn't have enough raw materials. He'll get some. I still don't understand why they fill this up, they fill that up, and then they go someplace else, but they never stop here and fill that up. But anyway, this guy's full of oil, he's full of petroleum, but he can't seem to send out any freight trucks. So I had him sitting over here, and I said, okay, let me put him right next to this guy right here who says he needs petroleum. But for whatever reason, these trucks are just not leaving. You see, it goes to one, then it comes back. And this happens periodically with garbage trucks as well. It is an annoying bug. What the heck? I wish there was some way I can just like restart it without deleting it, because I don't want to delete this. It's full of oil and petroleum. What the hey ho nani no? Why is this happening? It's very annoying. Same thing with these stupid guys over here. I really like this new Plazas and Promenade pack, but I am just really annoyed with these icons that show up here. These two are for this little area over here. Most of it is residential. We got some farms over here, and then we have some offices and some commercial. Immediately, the 5 cargo trucks are full. It just now sent out 1 garbage truck. I saw 2 garbage trucks. It never sends out 3. And this one, all 30 trucks are used. The whole reason why I wanted to get this pack and zone these pedestrian areas was to put less traffic on the roads. So I don't understand why there's so many daggone trucks coming out of these centers. And then, okay, you sent out all 30 trucks. Why are you telling me you're having high car? What can I do about your cargo traffic? I have literally gone into an area that was like this size, from here over here, and put down 2 of these 30s. I mean, put down a 30, this little 5, and then a medium size. And it still was like, oh my gosh, we have high cargo traffic. What the hey? Why? I mean, I like this game, but clearly the premises of this game is traffic. Let's have as much traffic as possible. Because the whole purpose to me for having a pack where you have less streets and more walking means that you'll have less vehicles. And if you have a place where terminal where people are dropping off their goods and services, it doesn't mean that you should have more trucks. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. So anyway, enough of that rant. But I really like to know why this does it, and just let me know like how to fix it. Besides, deleting it, because I don't want to do that if I don't have to. See? It's insane. It's insane. It's really insane. I mean, I know I got a buttload of money, but still, I would like to not have to drop another one down if I, can help it. Where did I have this at? And this another thing too that's annoying. So I like that it's painted, but it's painted so darkly, I can't see the streets. I can't figure out where to put stuff at. Why is it so dark? Okay, yeah, I know I'm in the area. I get that you want me to know I'm putting it in the area. But why is it so dark? I can't see. I can't see anything. I can't see where to put it. It's too dark. Why is it so dark? And lighten the opacity a little bit. My last rant. I think it's kind of neat. They have these, pedestrian areas and parks and industry areas and campus. But did you have to use the same thing for all of them. The only one that's different is painting in regular area, a district. All the other ones use the same thing. So case in point, this is a city, one of my first cities when I started playing, and I stopped playing it because there's a boo-boo, I don't know, some kind of weird thing is happening with this park over here. Let me get real close. It's like, what the heck? What is that? Why is that happening? Why are these trees all the way over there? It's not even a road over there. It's just, you can't see it from that angle either. So I stopped playing it. I actually had somebody who, because I wasn't using mods back then when I first played this one, and somebody got a mod and got rid of the trees, and so I played, and then I saved it and played that game. So I came back to one of my old games just to see what it would look like if I, change the streets to streets that can't be walked. How would it impact the traffic? Is it fixing the traffic at all? I mean, my roads aren't that congested, but it would be a lot better if we had less trucks. That's why I got the pack. Less trucks. But anyway, needless to say, and if I design a city from scratch, I can just set it up and just have those little distribution centers that come right off the highway, and then there'll be no traffic in the city. It'll just be right on the highway, right to the train stop, and that'll be it. But anywho, so this is one of my older cities, as I said. This area over here, I just put this stuff in here, and I made some. I do like this mod over here. This is a really neat mod where you can just paint in some stuff so you don't have to be stuck on, oh my gosh, let me go to the map and find out where all the stuff is so I can go there and buy those squares. You can just stick it where you want to. So it gives you a lot more control, which is what I wanted. But anyway, so I put some farms down because I decided I'm not going to do a farming industry. I'm just going to do forestry and oil and focus on that. But let me see if I can find one of these icons that's annoying me, so I can show you what I'm talking about. So in this particular pack, I had, painted parks and had regular streets. And my voice is like this because I was singing and I did not warm up my vocals. I'm a soprano and I was singing in the rafters, and my vocal cords are not warmed up. And just like an athlete, if you don't warm up your muscles, guess what? You are going to be sore. So I'm going to be a little raspy for a while. Okay, and where's that icon at? Now I can't find the icon. Now that I'm recording, I can't. Ugh, these idiots over here. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough raw materials. You're just general industry. What do you mean you don't have enough raw materials? So this is what I'm going to do, because I just don't have any time for these people. I really don't. I really do not have any time for this. Like, why? Why are you doing this? So I'm just going to make you all farming. And that's what I did over there. And I'm just going to go ahead and just take my little farming thing and move it over here. This was machine land. So they're all leaving anyway, so that'll get rid of the pollution and farms will pop up. Okay, so where is that icon that was annoying me? I can't see it now. I guess I need to find where my park's at. Oop, I should be able to find it without doing that. This is a nice little park. Where in the world is that icon? Probably making you really dizzy. If you stayed through up to this point and you're still watching this video, I want to thank you. So I don't really have a lot of people watching my videos. People watch the videos that, I don't know why, whose videos they're watching. I'm a bored middle-aged woman who likes to play City Skylines and The Sims. Actually, I stopped playing The Sims because it's just broken. It's just broken. They pieced it together with masking tape, duct tape, and nails. Not even good nails, rusted nails. I can't find this stupid icon to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, where my park area is at? Maybe I'll find it that way. Park areas. Da, 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 da. I'm thinking that it's over here. But anyway, there are places where if you have an existing park and then you zone a pedestrian area next to the park and you have a gate and then you have like housing or whatever, any kind of building next to it, sometimes it's just not going to be zoned to your pedestrian area. It's going to be like in between, and then it's going to have this stupid icon that pops up that says that it's not in the area. But I think I must have gotten rid of it. I think I probably just unzoned that house. But anywho, this is my city. I think I was trying to have some kind of design. It looks like an arrow pointing someplace. So I was probably trying to have some kind of design. So when I first started, I hated all these little empty spaces in between. So I figured if you put walking, because my neighborhood where I actually live, there are hike and bike trails. We go on these hike and bike trails. It doesn't matter that there's a destination. You just want to walk. And so I was like, oh, Sims walk all the time. But no, they have to have an entrance and an exit. Otherwise, they're not going to walk on your path. So I just left it there. I said, oh, it looks nice. I like how it looks from the sky when I'm going through the city. But you must have an entrance and an exit. When I first started, I actually had, where am I? I had over here, I had the, this guy. And trucks were going over there, but there were no ships. No ships were coming in. I was like, why are there no ships? So I moved it over here. And all the ships are showing up now. For whatever reason, did not like being over here. I don't know why. I do not know why. My cruise ships are doing really well. Well, that's people leaving the city. People coming into my city. It's packed full. Okay. So the farms are coming in. That's good. It's getting rid of the pollution. But this little thing, see, look. Only 1 or 3 trucks are being used. All 5 trucks over here are being used. 7 trucks are being used. Okay, so all 7 trucks are being used. So why are you telling me you have high cargo traffic? I don't care. Why are you telling me that? Now this is why we're going to scream about having high cargo traffic. Is that a garbage truck? Wow. It's the first time I've ever seen one. First time. Now my question is, because that's a biofuel truck that's going to the recycling center. Do you have to have recycling and trash in your city already for those things to work? Inquiring minds want to know. See, over here they're screaming about not having enough resources either. Not enough raw material. So I created the fishing industry, and I put a warehouse down. I put this warehouse down to have commercial goods, seeing if it would help them. And I don't know what their issues are. Like, I really don't know what their problem is. I don't know. You got freight coming over here. You got a highway over. What's your problem? I don't understand. What resources does general industry need? It's not farming. It's not oil. It's not. And then I actually have the mod where none of the resources run out in the land. So what's the problem? So these guys over here have to yield before getting onto the bridge. So I might take that. I might change that, because it looks like it's backing up a bit. Because it was backing up over here. And so, it's flowing. I don't care if it's heavy as long as it's flowing. But it's flowing. But it's the funny thing is that you have 3 lanes. So they should be able to like come on, right? You would think, right? But I'm going to take that off. Just have them all go through. They'll bottleneck it up again. If it bothers me again, then I'll take it out. But this was a hot mess over here. So I redesigned it. But I didn't want to like tear up the whole area with the bridge coming in. So, so that's that. I can't find the icon. I've been talking for 15 minutes, and I'm just not editing these videos at all. I just decided I'm not going to do that. I was doing it in my other videos. I was like, take an hour to play, spending 10 hours to edit it. Nobody was watching them. Like, you know what? I'm not editing anything anymore. I'm just going to talk and play and post. And that's going to be that. But hey, if anybody's watching this and you know how to fix, oh, here it is, finally! Scrolling through the whole city. And I finally found it here. So this is what I'm talking about. So these two guys over here, this park, this existing park, what's the name of this park? Oh, this is my zoo. This is right next to my zoo. And so look, check it out. You got this, you got that. Wait a minute, did my zoo lose my zoo-ness? Did I lose my zoo-ness? Oh, okay, so my zoo is there. My zoo is there. And this is the pedestrian part. And so, and I think the reason why that is like that, there actually isn't a gate. Oh, yeah. Oh, because the whole zoo thingy is right here. And so otherwise that won't be in a zoo and that won't be in a zoo. And so I don't want to get rid of this. You know, these people have been here for a long time. But I guess I have to get rid of it because, so that's why I wish that they didn't use the same thing. I wish this was like, this is his own separate thing. I wish this was something completely separate and different. I get, you don't want to have a park in your industry area. You don't want to have an industry area in your campus area. So I get how you want these three to be distinct, and that's why they use the same system. If you put one down, it paints over. But this pedestrian area, I mean, it doesn't make any sense that, and I understand how, you know, they have their own little systems or whatever, but I should be able to finally neatly go along this edge over here of the edge of that piece of property, you know, and line that up. I can't get any smaller, you know, and put you, see, that's there. Turn around. See, let me take this off and do this. And see, I can just neatly, there you go. So that was just a little nudge. Let's see if I can nudge that a little bit. Oh, see, that's too much. That's too much. That was too much. That was just a tiny nudge, and that one was fine. This one still has an attitude. Okay, so now he's in the area, and let me see. My park area. So that's fine. It's still park area. Okay, so I was able to gently nudge that out. There are others, excuse me for sniffing, because like I said, I'm not editing anything. There are others. There's a few others that I had as well that were just screaming at me. But yeah, just to fine tune. So that's why they're having an issue with garbage. And speaking of garbage, let's see if I can find that little terminal system. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the thing in this little park area? Oh, do-do-do. I want to check it. I have to find the street because it has to be on. There it is right there. 1 to 3 trucks. Only 33% capacity is used. Because this particular area is mostly residential. So when it's mostly residential, you probably don't even need to have any cargo at all. If it's I'm not mostly residential. When it's fully residential, you don't need any cargo at all. So one of the things I probably would do as I continue to build out this city, because I don't have all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares So 7, 8, 9, and then I have the 25. So I might do 10, or I usually try to stick to the 9 unless there's something I really, really want someplace else. But I do have the 25 tile mod if I wanted to go beyond the 9 tiles. But I tend to stay around, I tend to stay between 9 and 12 tiles when I do my games. I don't want them to be too big. I do have, my system is not, do have good specs on my system. So my system is pretty decent. I have a RTX 2060, and I have an older computer. Like my computer is from 2013, but I got it with an i7. So it's a good system. My bad, I knocked down my drink, but it's empty, so it's okay. All right. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm not getting that many tourists. I am getting good amounts of tourists. It's so interesting though when they go, what happened with the camera? Hello? What just happened with the camera? I just nudged it a little bit and it just went like, oh, okay, there it is. So it's so interesting when you see like 20 million people standing over there and then they're like, oh, only 41 people visited last week and only 6 people visited. I'm like, but I see a lot more people standing right there. And here's my tourist bus. That's another thing too. Like the Sims love to take the bus, but they don't love to take tourist bus. I wish they would take the site. I wish a lot more Sims would be on these sightseeing buses because I would definitely zone more. Yeah, one just disappeared. I don't know what that was all about. But I would definitely zone. Like here's the guy out there who's going to visit this new stadium. So I would definitely zone more of these. I think because of that building right there. Can't get closer. But yeah, that's about as zoomed in as I can get. I see these guys who are doing videos where they can get even closer. I don't know if they're using a mod to get even closer, get more zoomed in or not. I don't know if that's what they're doing or what. But then some of these guys are using console too. So I don't know. It's like I don't play with a lot of mods either. I think if I had a little bit more, it probably would have less shadows. Like I would love to, I have the night pack and I would love to do the day-night cycle, but it's like pitch black at night. I think it's ridiculous to have nighttime and then I need to use a flashlight on my mouse in order to see anything. Like that makes no sense to me. Because I started playing with SimCity, and when you play SimCity, the nighttime, actually you didn't have to buy another pack to have nighttime. That was built into it. But then, you can see clearly at night. And I love to have the day and night. I would love to be able to go in and split the budget between nighttime and daytime and do all of that stuff. But I also would like to figure out how in the world can I make more money off of my public transportation? Because, goodness gracious, it's killing me how much that public transportation is. It's just, that's a lot. But I believe in public transportation. I honestly do. And yeah. There's a whole lot going on this street. I'll tell you that much. There's a whole lot going on over there. Beaches, zoological gardens. Okay, yo. This one, see, 100. Cruise ships be packed. There's another zone I had created too, did the zoo. This I had created before I had put down these buildings. Not the high capacity. I don't know why I even have the high capacity fire station. I never have fires in my cities. And I don't even have like, does this one have the, I don't think so. No, I don't even have like smoking bans or smoke detectors. I just tend to not have a bunch of fires in my city. Fingers crossed. But it's over here. It's like it was a lot of money to run this thing. So why am I running it? Look at my fire danger. It's like low, 37% because I don't have this one on, but it's low. Like if there's a fire that breaks out, I'll turn it on because I had this one on. I guess I can turn that one on, but it doesn't cover that much of an area. Save the money. But I had these buildings over here, and all of that back there was just a lot of nothing. And so this is where I put my pedestrian area. I wanted to do a tourist zone, and so that's what I did. I got the concerts pack for free with my credit card points. So it was on sale and it was for free. So I got the concerts pack. And is anyone? Oh, I guess there's no one singing right now. They like Nestor, but they do not like Lily LaRue. Yeah. Nestor has the greatest popularity among people. So I need to spend some time trying to figure out. Okay, we can do an ad campaign. $9,000 a week. Goodness gracious. How much is that? Can we absorb that? We'll see. But we will see. $400 a week. So that's nice. So in the pedestrian area, I have a little festival, and I put a bus stop in front of it. And I like this so much because, before we got the pedestrian area, this is the only asset that really had where you could walk through it. And actually, because this is a pedestrian, I actually see more Sims walking through this. Now look how many they say. 68 tourists and 24. Now there's more than that in there right now. There's more than that in there right now. How does math work in this game? Yeah, so now I noticed I have a lot of buses running through this area, but there's not a lot of, it's like there's one or two stops that has a lot of people in it. So I'm wondering if I even need to have a bus route going through the whole pedestrian area. I think it might be just having a bus route that goes through the front part of your pedestrian area or some part of the pedestrian area, but not routing the bus around the entire pedestrian area, because Sims are apparently walking and not taking the bus all the way through. So yeah, because I have it set up where it just wraps around and then it comes down here. And is this two different? No, I think this is the same one, because I did connect. This is a different one over here. Yeah, so I think it's about 3 different ones over here, because I started over here doing this little tourist zone, and then I added on, because I like my green cities. So I love the way the green city buildings look. So I did that one over there. And then over here, I did a third one kind of behind this airport over here, do some more commercials. I love green cities, but I wanted to have some smaller homes. To get more population, you need to have higher density. And that's what you'll have usually in a city. But I live in the suburbs outside of a major city. And I love when I go outside and I drive in my car and I'm looking up and you can see the whole arc of the sky full of white fluffy clouds, and it's gorgeous. And when I go into the city, I don't see all of that. I see buildings. And so it's nice to have that, but I really do, the reality is that you have a lot of people who do like to live in neighborhoods. And I grew up in New York City, which has like tons of massive buildings, but I grew up in Brooklyn. I didn't grow up in Manhattan. And so in Brooklyn, I got to see the sky. There were some, the largest, most of the tall buildings would be like 4 or 5 stories. Every once in a while you come around buildings that were between 7 and 15 stories, but that was few and far between. But many of the buildings in the neighborhood I grew up were 2 stories. They were, single family homes or 2 and 4 family homes that we lived in. And so I got to see the sky growing up in Brooklyn. And when I would go to Manhattan, I would act like a tourist and go, wow, look at these tall buildings. And so that's what I do when I'm playing this game. Like, wow, look at these tall buildings. Some of them are really funky looking. I don't know if they came with the game, if they came with this mod I have. But anyway, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, yo. So that's all I wanted to talk about. It is now 29 minutes. That is about it. I don't think anybody's going to sit through and hear me chit-chatting and talking to myself. But if you stood through the whole 29 minutes, thank you. You're such a wonderful person, and I just speak life into you. I say, I hope that all the best things happen in your life. And oh, look at this flood happening over here. So I have this mod that I absolutely love, and it allows me to paint with trees. Like, yes, putting down 1 or 2 trees is for, anyway, it's horrible. So it has a water part of it, because I'm like, sometimes I want to do water. Because, in the park assets, you can put down a pier. But when you put down a water thing, it really doesn't really allow you. Like when you design a map, you can move the water up and down. And so this is saying that the road is flooded, but there's no water. I don't actually see the water on the road. Usually when a road is flooded, you actually see the water on the road. So apparently it's flooding out. But when I started the game today, because I put water in it yesterday and then played the game, and I, saved it, closed it, and opened it up, it was just a gigantic hole. So I refilled it. And now they're saying that water is on the... So whoever the modder is, there's a way I could tweak it to just make sure that the level is below the highest depth of the hole that I dug, because I dug a pretty deep hole. I just wanted to have a fishing pier in my monuments park. Because there's a monument, there's a monument, there's a monument, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, people are coming through it, not a whole lot. They're making that much money, but it is paying for itself. Park is paying for itself, and that's all that matters. But there are plenty of tourists that's over here. Put the intercity bus station over here. Now, the good thing that I've noticed, if you're looking at this, majority of the traffic that you see is mostly trucks. Not a lot of cars. See, mostly trucks. And that's good because I have a lot of the pedestrian areas. And so my goal is to really try to get the people onto public transportation, and only have the tourists that are driving around, and anyone who has, I love to see the camper vans going around. But I do want to get less truck traffic. So I like this map. I think it's really cool. I think I'll just play one of the new maps and see how, because there is a beaches map. I like this map. This map is really cool. This is a really nice map. I was looking at this going, did I make this? Probably did. I don't know. Oh, that's the other thing too. I know I said I was going to stop talking at 29 minutes and 32. If you're still listening, thank you. But one thing I do love from SimCity is when you have an interchange, you can just drop it on the highway. You don't have to to destroy the highway, rebuild it, try to reposition it. I wish you were able to just snap it into the highway. And if there's a mod that does it, let me know what mod that is. I'll check it out. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.